Yo, what's up, man? Hey, I want to jump right in, man. Hey, yo, this is part 2. All right, we're going to continue picking up with number 17, and we're just going to go from there, okay? So, number 17, and we're going to go for 15 minutes. So, here we go. All right, number 17, man, right here. All right, we're solving. We're going to FOIL this, okay? FOIL. All right, FOIL. All right, so 6 times 6, 36. 6 times 5, 30i. Negative 5i times 6, negative 30i, and negative 5i times positive 5i is going to be negative 25i squared. All right. Now, when you look right here, you see 30i and negative 30i cancels. All right. They cancel positive, negative, cancel. So it's 36 minus 25, and I squared is negative 1. Now, you have negative 25 times negative 1. That's going to be positive 25. So that gives us 36 plus 25. And when you add that joint up, man, you get 61. All right? 61, okay? Now, right here, for 18, all right, what you got to do is you got to find the conjugate of the bottom. Remember how we find the conjugate? You change the sign right here in front of the imaginary part. So you have 1 minus I. All right, the conjugate of 1 plus I is 1 minus I. And since you have this, you got to do it at the top as well. All right, you take the conjugate. You're going to multiply the bottom and the top to get rid of this. All right, because you can't have a complex number in the denominator. And what we do is you FOIL the top. All right, FOIL right here. So you get negative 1 times 1. That's negative 1. Negative 1 times negative I. That's positive I. Negative I times 1. That's negative I. And negative I times negative I is going to be a positive I squared. At the bottom, 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times negative I is negative I. I times 1 is positive I. And I times negative 1 is negative I squared. Now, see this positive I and this negative I? That's going to cancel. So I have negative 1. And then I squared is negative 1. I'm sorry, I squared is negative 1. At the bottom, you have 1. And then negative I and I cancel. And you have negative times I squared, which is negative 1. So that becomes positive 1. So now at the top, I have negative 1 minus 1 is negative, we have to right here. That's negative 2. And 1 plus 1 is 2. So negative 2 over 2 is going to be negative 1. All right, negative 1. Now, right here. Now, for this problem here, let's get rid of this, do this right here. We got to do, so again, we're going to take the conjugates. So 6 minus 7i. And since I do it at the bottom, I got to do it at the top. All right, like that right there. So now I'm going to do this and distribute the 4i. So you have 4i times 6i is going to be 24i. And then 4i times negative 7i is going to be a negative 28i squared. Right here, 6 times 6, 36. 6 times negative 7i is going to be negative 42i. 7i times 6 is going to be positive 42i. And 7i times negative 7i is negative 49i squared. All right. Now, at the top, man, I squared equals negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 28. That's going to be positive 28. So at the top, we have 28 plus 24i. Now at the bottom, I have 36. Well, here, let me make more space. I'm going to go right here at the bottom for a second. All right. So here you go. I just want to make some space. So again, I squared is -1. So -1 times negative 28 is going to be 28 plus 24i. Now, we have 36 negative 42i plus 42i. All right. And then that cancels. So you have I squared is -1 plus 49 is going to, -1 times -49 is going to be positive 49. All right. Now, what we do is we're going to the top of simplified. That's simplified. All right. So you have 28 plus 24i. And then at the bottom, 36 plus 49 is going to be 85. All right, 85. So there we go right there, okay? Now, I'm going to clear this off. Clear this off. And then let's move on down here to the next section. All right, we got to do the difference of two squares. Hold on one second. Oops, hold on. Now it says factor this polynomial completely. Well, this is the difference of two squares. So 25x squared, that's going to be 5x, and -16 is going to be 4. So you have 5x plus 4 and 5x minus 4. The difference of two squares, okay? Now, right here, all right, this one we're going to factor out the GCF. All right, the GCF first, all right, which is 2x. We're going to take out 2x. So you have 2x, all right, times x squared minus 3x minus 40, all right? Now, you got to ask yourself, can you factor this trinomial right here? All right, can you factor this trinomial? You can. The two factors, all right, the two factors that got dang multiplied to -40 by adding 3 is going to be x minus 8. All right, times x minus 5, x plus 5, excuse me. All right. So there we go right there. This is factored right here, okay? Now, so now here we go. Right here, what two factors multiply to give you 35? -35 to add to give you 2. X plus 5. Actually, we're gonna go x minus 5. Oops, x minus 5. X plus 7. All right, there you go, right there. All right. Now, right here, we have number 23. We're gonna factor out, let's see, a 5. So we take out a 5, we have 3x squared plus 11x minus 45. All right. Now this right here, there are no factors that multiply to give you 45. Excuse me, that multiply to give you 45. That'll give you 11. So we're done right there. Right here, I'm going to factor. Actually, nope. I'm gonna factor this. Okay. So the factors that multiply to give me 36. All right, the add to give me 13 is going to be x. X squared minus 9 and x squared minus 4. Now, both of these are the difference of two squares. This one is going to be x plus 3, x minus 3, and this one right here is going to be x plus 2 and x minus 2. Okay, so there you go right there. And 25, we have 64 plus 8y cubed. Guys, this is the difference of cubes. So what we use is SOPs. Oops, SOPs. All right, SOPs. So what we do is, first of all, we got to find A. All right, A, well, we're going to take the cube root of 64. The cube root of 64 is going to be 4. And B, the cube root of 8y cubed is going to be 2y. So now the equation for A plus B is going to be A plus B cubed is A plus B times A squared minus AB plus b squared. All right. Right. So now, just substitute it in. We got 4 plus 2y, all right, times a squared, well 4 squared is 16, minus ab, so 4 times 2y is 8y, plus b squared. So 2y squared is going to be 4y squared. All right, so there we go. Right there, okay. All right. Now, right here, 26. 26, man, says, what are the solutions? All right, the solutions are, look, right there. And right there. So this one right here is going to be 1, 2, 3. X equals -3. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, x equals 5. All right. For this one, that's a quadratic, so you know you have 2 x's. All right, and that's it right there. 1, 2, 3, x is 3. All right, that's a bump, which we're going to talk about that in a minute. That's a bump. All right, there's 2 of them, okay? Now, fill in the box, find the discriminant. All right, determine if the equation has real, 2 real, or 2 imaginary roots. So it says to find the discriminant, the equation you must use must be in standard form. All right, if the discriminant is greater than 0, then there is. So, if the discriminant is greater than 0, then the equation has 2 real solutions. If the discriminant equals 0, then the equation has 1 real solution. And if the discriminant is less than 0, then the equation has 2 imaginary solutions. All right. So now, man, we're looking at 28. For 28, we're going to find the discriminant, okay? Remember, when you use the discriminant, all right, you use this equation right here, b squared minus 4ac. Okay, b squared minus 4ac. So a is 1, b equals -2, c equals 4. So we're going to go -2 squared minus 4 times a times c. All right, so we have 4. -2 squared is 4, minus 4 times 1 is -4 times 4 is -16. All right, so you have 4 minus 16. That's going to give you -12. All right, so since you got -12, all right, that's less than 0. So that means there are 2 imaginary solutions. All right, 2 imaginary solutions, okay? All right, right here, first of all, we need to move this x squared. All right, remember we said you must put it in standard form. So we move that over here. So you're going to have x squared minus 2x plus 1. All right, a is 1, b equals -2, c equals 1. So you're going to go -2 squared, all right, minus 4 times a times c. So we have 4 minus 4 equals 0. So see how the discriminant here is 0? Well, if it's equal to 0, there's 1 real solution. One real solution, okay? All right, right here, again, a is 3, b is 2, and -1. So you have 2 squared minus 4 times 3 times -1. All right, it's 4 minus 4 times 3 is 12 times -1, or it's -12 times -1, positive 12. All right, positive 12. So that's going to give us 16, right? So now a is greater than 0. We have 2 real solutions. Two real solutions. And then right here, all right, we got to combine like terms. So move this over here. So you have 5x squared minus 7x, because I subtracted 3x, and then minus 4. So minus 4 is -3. So, what you have is 5x squared minus 7x minus 3. So you have negative 7 squared minus 4 times a times c. So that's 49 minus 20 plus 60, right? Yeah, negative 20 plus 60. All right, and then when you do that, you get 109. All right, and that's greater than 0, so you have two real solutions. Okay. All right. Hey, I went over 15 minutes, so this is it. This is where I stop. It's under 16, so I'll catch you on the next video for number 32. Catch you later.